Good morning, children. Welcome back to Commerce class. In the last class, we have started our syllabus. In the last class, we have started our first lesson, Financial Market and Stock Exchange. From that, the first part, Financial Market, we have started. We learned that what is finance, fixed capital, working capital, what is financial market, types of financial market. We discussed in the lesson that the financial market got divided into two types. One is money market, another one is capital market. So we started in the last session what is money market. So we learned the definitions in the last class. In today's session we are going to see what is money market and what are its functions and what are the instruments of the money market. Then we also discuss about the differences between indigenous bankers and money lenders. So children, I request you take out the screenshots of the slides so that you can make the notes and prepare for the exams. Now let us start the today's session. So money market. According to Crowther, a collective name given to the various firms and institutions that deal with various grades of near money. Here Crowther is saying that the institutions or firms which deals with near money is called as money market. Then what is near money? It means the maturity period is very short, that is called as near money. So here, according to Crowther, the institutions or firms which are dealing with near money is called as money market. So in money market, whose maturity period is very short, such kind of funds, such kind of market is called as money market. Right? Then RBI also given a definition. What is that? The center for dealing mainly of a short-term character in monetary assets. It meets the short-term requirements of borrowers and provides liquidity or cash to the lenders. That is called as. So here key terms are short-term character. It means the nature of the market is short term. Then after that it must fulfill the short term requirements and there must be possibility of liquidity. Liquidity means the assets can be converted into cash. The funds can be converted into cash, that is called as liquidity. So the facility of liquidity is also available in the money market. When the market is having these three features, that is called as money market. So this is the definition given by RBI. First one is short term in nature, then which fulfills the short term requirements, and liquidity is also possible. Such kind of markets are called as money market. Hope children you are following me. Then let us go for next slide. Here money market participants. Who are the participants of money market? Here list is provided. Reserve Bank of India, commercial banks, then central government, state government, large corporate companies, finance companies, mutual funds. These all are the participants of money market. These institutions or organizations are going to participate in the money market. So here money market instruments, these all are the institutions which perform its activities in the money market. Now, what are the functions of money market? Now let us see the various functions performed by the money market. First one is equilibrating mechanism to even out the demand for supply. Here whatever the demand of short term funds is arises, the demand must be fulfilled by this money market. With the help of money market instruments, the demand is going to be fulfilled by the money market. Here in money market we find different types of instruments like treasury bill, commercial paper, certificate of deposit. These all are the various types of instruments. With the help of these instruments, whatever the demand comes up, the demand is fulfilled with the help of these money market instruments. So finally we can understand that equilibrating mechanism, that means even out the demand, that means fulfilling the demand with the help of supply, providing the proper supply with the help of these money market instruments to fulfill the needs of the savers and firms. The next one is short term funds. It provides the reasonable access to providers and users of short term funds. So just now we discussed it, money market provides the short term funds. Short term nothing but the period of 1 year or 365 days. So money market which deals with short term funds. Then RBI intervention. It provides a focal point of central bank intervention and influence liquidity and general level of interest rates in the economy. So when it comes under the jurisdiction of RBI, naturally the money market instruments must be followed by all the rules and regulations of the RBI. So the interest rates, liquidity, all these features are regulated by the RBI. Then this is also one of the main function of money market. Then next, credit instruments. It deals with credit instruments. It enables the savers of the funds and investors to transact with each other. So here money market enables both the parties. One side savers, another side investors. Here savers nothing but the people who wants to deposit their money in banks or in financial markets like stock exchange. Okay, let us say certificate of deposit or commercial bill. These are the best instruments which provides full security to the customers or savers, at the same time which provides enough returns. So the next, working capital requirements. It provides short term credit to meet the working capital requirements. So naturally when it's very easy to start a new business, but after certain period it becomes little bit difficult to run the business activities. So to run the business activities we require working capital. That working capital needs also fulfilled by this money market. That is also one of the function of money market. With the help of various money market instruments, the firms can fulfill their working capital requirements. For example, let us say commercial bill. Commercial bill is an instrument. With the help of these instruments, firms or companies, they fulfill their working capital requirements for a short period. The next, promotion of saving habit. It develops the habit of savings among the public based on the good returns and security of deposits. Here we need to discuss one point. 2 years back there was a recession in most of the Western countries and Middle East countries. But when India has not faced many challenges of recession period, the reason is what you know? The reason is that we are having the best habit of savings. Best example is at our home. Our mothers, I would like to say, habit of saving. Here, really the people, so So here in short term instruments we find good returns as well as security is also provided under RBI. So this is also one of the important function of money market to promote the savings habit among the people. Then next, here money market, classification of money market. The money market got divided into two types. One is organized money market, another one is unorganized money market. So this organized money market perform its functions under RBI or NABARD. Whereas unorganized money market is not regulated by any specific authority. It consists of indigenous bankers and money lenders. So here money market further divided into two types. One is organized money market, another one is unorganized money market. Now let us see what are the differences between indigenous bankers and money lenders. The first point is about finance. The finance is issued for trade and commerce. Indigenous bankers issue their finance for trade and commerce, whereas money lenders they issue the finance for consumption. The next one is rate of interest. Here indigenous bankers charge the lower interest rate, but whereas the money lenders charge the higher rate of interest. The next one is collateral. As per the indigenous bankers policy, there must be some documents they need to provide as collateral. But whereas for money lenders do not insist on securities, there is no matter of security. Generally they provide the loans to the people or firms. These are the main differences between indigenous bankers and money lenders. Now, during the money market functions, number of times we discussed that money market instruments, with the help of money market instruments we can perform all the functions. So what are those money market instruments? In that we find treasury bill, commercial paper, certificate of deposit, call money. These all are the various money market instruments. Now let us see one by one in detail. First one is treasury bill. Treasury bill. So it is also called as zero coupon bond. Remember children, it is also called as zero coupon bond. Then the promissory note issued by Reserve Bank of India. The first promissory note, that means the first treasury bill, was introduced in the year of 1917. The treasury bills are issued at a lower price than its face value and repaid at par. It means the treasury bills are issued at lower price than its face value. For example, let us say the face value of a treasury bill is 1 lakh. How much? 1 lakh. Okay. The issued price may be, let us say, 96,000. The term is short term period 1 year. Okay. The face value of the treasury bill is 1 lakh. The purchased amount is 96,000 rupees. It means issued price is 96,000. Then when it comes to maturity, the treasury bill holder, he'll get 1 lakh of rupees. It means the purchased amount is 96,000 rupees, but the maturity amount is 1 lakh of rupees. He is going to get 4,000 of rupees. He is going to get 4,000 rupees profit. It is called as discount. Okay. So the difference between the purchase price and the amount paid on maturity is the interest earned, called as discount. In the above example, the purchase price and the amount paid on maturity is the interest earned called as discount. Here purchase price is 96,000 and the amount paid on maturity is 1 lakh. The difference is 4,000 rupees. That 4,000 rupees is the interest which is collected from the bank, that is called as discount. Okay, then maturity days includes 91 days, 182 days, 364 days, etc. Investment starts from 25,000 and its multiples. These are the two important points. So maturity dates 1 year, at the same time 182 days and 91 days. That means we can purchase the treasury bills for 91 days maturity or 182 days maturity or for 1 year. Then the investment starts from how much? 25,000 rupees and its multiples. 25,000, 50,000, 1 lakh, like that. So it is about treasury bill. Fine. So these bills are having enough security. That's why people always prefer to invest their money in treasury bill for the short term period. Okay, then here you can see the image of treasury bill. Children, look at here. See, this is the United States of America treasury bill. Just I am showing a specimen copy. Here 1 lakhs of rupees of treasury bill is drawn. Okay, so the issue date is here given and the maturity date is also given. So like this the treasury bill is issued. Okay, right. Then next one is commercial paper. Is a short-term unsecured promissory note issued by companies and are negotiated by endorsement at discount value. So it is also short-term unsecured promissory note issued by companies and are negotiated by endorsement at discounted value. The tenure 1 to 270 days. Then returns are higher than the treasury bill. Then risk rate is high. When we compare with treasury bill, here in treasury bill risk rate is very low, high security is there, but whereas in commercial paper risk rate is high. Returns are higher than the treasury bill. When we talk about returns in commercial paper, we can expect higher returns. The tenure is up to 1 to 270 days. Fine. Then this commercial paper generally issued by the companies. Large companies to fulfill their short-term needs or short-term requirements. This commercial paper is issued. Then commercial bill is a negotiable instrument drawn by the drawer on drawee. Commercial bill is a negotiable instrument. Commercial bill is a negotiable instrument drawn by the drawer on drawee for acceptance to pay the amount of credit indebted to him at future date. Here, the commercial bill is a negotiable instrument. For let us say with example, X is a drawer, Y is the drawee. X is giving 1 lakh of rupees to Y. Here X is the drawer, Y is the drawee, and Y is promising that he'll pay back the amount after 3 months. For that X has agreed. Then The agreement is known as commercial bill. It is a negotiable instrument drawn by the drawer on the drawee for acceptance to pay the amount of credit indebted to him at a future date. It is called as commercial bill. Generally, we find this kind of bills among the public as well as in between the firms. Then this is the pro forma of commercial bill or specimen copy of commercial bill. Here you can see the date. Here you can check the date and the person, drawer and drawee, then what is the amount, how much amount he is giving, at the same time after which period he is going to pay back the amount. All those information is provided in the bill. Then money market instruments. Another one is call money, an interbank transaction for short-term funds repayable with interest to meet cash reserve requirements. CRR, cash reserve requirements. It's an interbank transaction. So generally all the commercial banks need to maintain some cash reserve ratios. Cash reserve ratio they need to maintain. So as per the instructions of the RBI, they need to maintain some cash reserve ratio. To maintain that ratio, to maintain that reserves, these banks will depend on other commercial banks. So the maturity period of these call money is 1 to 14 days. It means to fulfill the short-term requirements to maintain the cash reserve ratio of bank, one bank will depend on other bank. Then certificate of deposit. Here another concept is about certificate of deposit. It is an unsecured promissory note, negotiable short-term instrument issued by the commercial bank, allowing the depositor to receive interest along with face value. Generally, we find this kind of deposits, fixed deposit, term deposits. It is also one kind of certificate of deposit. So on the maturity date, the depositor is going to receive interest with the face value. So the face value, for example, let us say 1 lakh rupees. He bought the certificate of deposit of 1 lakh rupees. So on maturity date, he will receive 1 lakh of rupees. At the same time, the interest is also provided to him. So it is also one of the short-term instrument which is available in the money market. With this, we have discussed all the money market instruments. In today's session, we discussed that what is money market, definitions of Crowther and RBI. After that, we discussed about various functions of money market, then types of money market, organized money market and unorganized money market, then differences between indigenous bankers and money lenders. After that, we discussed about money market instruments. In that, treasury bill, commercial paper, then bills of exchange, then after that call money, then certificate of deposit. These all are the various instruments generally we find in money market. With the help of these money market instruments only, the money market performs its various functions. With this, we have completed this topic. In the next session, we shall see the another part of financial market, that is capital market. We discussed that, try to recollect, the financial market divided into two types. One is money market, another one is capital market. So far we discussed about money market. The second part is capital market. In next session, we shall see about capital market. Children, hope you are getting some idea about these things. Fine. Now I request you, try to take out the screenshots of all the slides and make the notes, write all the notes so that you can easily prepare for the exams.